Thanks, Senator. And next will be Senator Alsobrooks.
First, I'd like to say thank you to Chair Scott and Ranking Member Warren for your leadership on this committee, for today's hearing, and for the privilege to serve on this committee. The Banking Committee has jurisdiction over many important issues for Marylanders, including housing, transit, and access to capital. I look forward to working with both of you and all of our colleagues on this committee to address the economic challenges facing our nation. To Mr. Turner, congratulations to you and to your family on your nomination. And thank you for your willingness to serve as our Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. I know the moment is short. I've been warned already, and so I would just request, if possible, a simple yes or no to some of the following questions. First of all, your role will be important as we seek to bring down prices and expand economic opportunity for every American. And I want to highlight two very important programs. We recognize that economic opportunity is directly tied to housing affordability for people of all income levels. First, two programs you've heard about already, the HUD programs, in particular Community Development Block Grant, as well as the Home Investment Partnerships Program. In 2024, Maryland received $52 million through CDBG funding, as well as $18 million through the Home Investment Partnership Program in 2024. The Home Investment Partnership Program in particular is the department's flagship program and the only federal block grant that is dedicated exclusively to the production of affordable housing for low-income households. As you know, the housing shortage has been one of the most persistent contributors to inflation. And like the rest of the country, Maryland faces an affordability crisis and is short nearly 100,000 housing units. The previous Trump administration has repeatedly proposed cuts to HUD's budget. Will you oppose funding cuts to CDBG and home programs?
Thank you, Senator. And I'm sorry that we didn't get an opportunity to meet, albeit, it was a scheduling conflict, but I'm happy to meet you today. What I will commit to is looking at these programs and to maximize the budget. As you know, Congress holds the purse strings to the budget. My job, if confirmed as Secretary, is to maximize that budget to meet the needs of our country, to serve those we've been called to serve. And so I do commit to that.
Thank you. But you will have an opportunity, if you're confirmed as Secretary, to oppose cuts to these important programs. And so my question is, would you oppose cuts to these two important programs?
What I'll do is I will work with the President, I will work with Congress, and I will work with this team to make sure that the budget that we do have meets the needs of those that we are commissioned to serve.
The affordable housing crisis affects Americans of all demographics in red states and blue states. And so will you commit to working with and consulting Congress on a bipartisan basis?
Yes, I believe working with Congress is very important, and to be transparent with Congress is very important. So yes, I do commit with working with you all if confirmed by the committee.
Thank you. Now, former Trump administration HUD Secretary Ben Carson, whom you've called a mentor, has called for placing political appointees rather than career experienced officials and many apolitical senior HUD leadership roles. Do you agree with this approach?
What I do agree with that, as being a leader, you have to go look at your team holistically. And if confirmed by this committee, I do plan on looking at the team at HUD to see who and what we have and making sure that we have the best team in place to carry out the mission of HUD. I've been on a lot of teams in my life, and I've also been cut from teams, so I understand what that means. But at the end of the day, if I can,
and I'm sorry because the hour is short, you don't want me, in other words, on your football team if I don't have experience on the basis of my political affiliation. So the question is just, would you prioritize political affiliation over experience?
What I will do is get the best qualified people for the job.
Okay. And finally, on a federal workforce question, Maryland is home to more than 135,000 federal workers who work hard every day. And the official Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, has proposed laying off 75% of government workers. Do you support firing 75% of HUD employees?
What I do support is encouraging people to do the job that they've been called to do, but also I don't want to encourage people to do something I'm not willing to do. I will take the lead in that. And again, having the best people at the right time to do the job is my goal.
Thank you.